So you are welcome to this platform, to this channel. So basically what we do here is help people from being scammed. Help people from being scammed by providing information, necessary information that will definitely support or help them, right, to be aware. So like self-awareness is one of the key things that we do here, so that you are not being scammed. And I want to say something, that if you are thinking of japaing, if you want to japa to New Zealand, please don't move until you hear this. And this is not just TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, sugarcoating. This is about real life. This is what is really happening. I've been able to share some information here of how people have been scammed. Not that I necessarily need to do that, but just because I wish to help people by giving out those information that will be useful, so that people are not being scammed of their hard-earned money. So if you are watching live here, just comment the country you are watching from. Kindly comment the country you are watching from, and why you would love to japa to, why we want to love to japa generally. Just comment. Okay, I'm seeing Kenya there. Edit is from Kenya, so just make this live engaging, right? I see that Edit is from Kenya. Yeah. So Kenya, I can see Kenya, I can see Nigeria there. Which other person is dropping comment? Comment where you are watching for, please. So comment where you are watching this live stream from, and then we can keep going on from there. And again, I will say this, and please take this from me, that real life in New Zealand needs to be understood. And I can see some questions here that says that, can someone come with visit and change to student? A very fantastic question. Can someone come with visit and change to student? I'm going to be answering that question. However, I need to quickly set the pace of this discussion and narratives here for everyone to be aware that New Zealand is peaceful and structured, but not heaven. It's not paradise. Again, get that very clearly, that New Zealand is peaceful, is structured, but it is not paradise. Every country have their pros and cons, and make sure you know that life is calm here. I keep saying it every now and then. Life is calm, and then not flashy. Life is calm. You get in here a bit of no bra of rush in here and there, this and that. Maybe one or two places where you can really get your stuff, but things are a bit calm. And you must be financially and mentally prepared if you need to migrate to New Zealand. So not like paradise of, okay, it is where I really want to go quickly, but you should be mentally and financially prepared, because a lot of people that are not prepared like that tend up to complain later in their journey. So if you hate quiet life, my candid advice, run away from New Zealand. Don't even have New Zealand, because if you hate quiet life, or you are slow system. If you hate quiet life or slow system that is not, everything is going to be scrutinized. So it's not like, okay, let me quickly come in, let me quickly get in. That is why New Zealand is one of the countries that to get their visa is a bit tedious. And why? Everybody want to take their time to verify what you have provided, which is a very good thing, right? It's a very good thing. So slow system in New Zealand may frustrate you if you are the type that want, let me do it quickly, I need to get this thing like no. It doesn't work like that. So I haven't said all this. Do you still like New Zealand? Just comment yes or no. will you still love to, or which country will you love to Japa to? Do you still love to come to New Zealand? And I'll then come back to the question, and that question says that, can I use, thank you, can I use visit visa? Can I, use it to get to work visa? Not convert now. The word convert, I'm a bit, I'm a bit worried about using the word convert. So because before you can get another, can I get another visa if I am on visitor visa? The answer to that question is yes. Now, the process of getting that visa is what we need to talk about. From that question that you asked, Edith, that if I come on as a visitor, can you then go ahead and say, okay, I want to apply for studies? The answer is yes. I've seen a couple of people do that. Their initial plan was to come to New Zealand and get a job. Everybody want, let me go to New Zealand and get a job. But when it dawned on them that there were no job for them, maybe probably because they were not highly skilled, or it was competitive at the time and the market is down, eventually they didn't get a job. So that's just the thing. So, and if you are unable to get a job, if you are unable to get a job, it's just normal that you leave the country. And I will not advise anyone to come into a country and overstay and start seeking aduro or looking for, how can I listen in the country illegally. So it doesn't cut it. So, and these people that I know, because they didn't get a job, they went into studies. They went to study. You can actually apply to study. So I've seen somebody going for visitor visa and then apply to school to study, and then he got into, I think, level 7 or 6 or so, healthcare, social something healthcare. He got in and then he was working at that level, and good enough, he's doing fine now because he's still in the country now. How he got into studies, and after he finished his study of 1 year, he was able to get a company that sponsored him. Now is sponsored. So you can see why we say that yes, you can come. And whereas there are some people that come into the country, they try to apply for studies. Maybe it wasn't the time of study, and then before everything they couldn't get the study and they have to leave the country. So it's just a matter of, you already plan it out as you are coming in, you're quickly putting in your application, and if everything went well, you'll be able to get your offer of admission from the school. After you have got an offer of admission from the school, and again, I want to put this one out here, that the fact that you have offer of admission from a school does not even guarantee you having a visa. The fact that you have a job offer does not guarantee having a work visa. So having a work visa still, boils down to whoever picks up your application. It boils down to Immigration New Zealand. So whoever is the person that pick up your thing, and they may feel, because if somebody is sick, if the person have serious sickness or something, visa might be rejected even if you get a job offer. So, and you remember that if somebody is coming on a 3-month visa to New Zealand, it doesn't necessarily have to do medical. Now you got to New Zealand and you got a job, and they ask you, then go and do medical, because you'll be staying more than 6 months in the country. Now that they mentioned that you need to stay more than 6 months, and you did a medical and the medical came out negative, false, the visa might not be approved. So I just say I should put that out there. And if they see a lot of lies in your application, it might tend to a visa rejection. So I just hope you get that. I hope I've answered that question. So the answer is yes, you can move from visit to studies, or move from visit to work. So visit to study or visit to work all depend on which one you are able to get. But the process of moving from visit to study, it takes some time, right? So it's not as if you are changing or converting anything. It's like you are going through another process. So as a visitor, you are going through another process of applying for jobs, applying to jobs, the companies, and when you get an offer, then you can eventually switch. You can eventually apply for another visa, which will cancel out the previous one you have. So I hope that answers your question. Please feel free to, can you work and study in New Zealand and make the money to pay tuition, I mean as a student visa? Okay, Oda, now this is a very good question, and it is like this. It's like a lot of people do not, you do not go to my YouTube channel to go and check what I have. I've done some videos there that might be helpful. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel that you are seeing on the screen at BAMS NZ. And this is how it works. You cannot, if you are doing a 1 year course, let me read like this. If you are doing a 1 year course, there is nothing about working to pay for your school fees in New Zealand, because you pay annual at the moment. Though currently it is annual fee. If your tuition fee is 35,000 New Zealand dollar, you have to pay the tuition fee before you even come into New Zealand. You have to pay the tuition fee before you come into New Zealand. If your tuition fee is 35,000 New Zealand dollar annual. However, this is where it gets dicey. If your studies is like 2 years, I have people that are doing 2 years masters. If it is 2 years masters, say 35,000 twice, 35,000 annual, 35,000 this year, 35,000 next year. That kind of person can be asking this type of question, that can you pay your tuition, I mean as a student holder, because you would have paid the first year and you come into the country, you will be working, and then 25 hours now based on the changes. Initially it was 25 hours now, so you'll be working you will be working within that 1 year to pay for the next year. But if it is just 1 year, there is no way you say you want to work to come and pay 1 year. So because you have paid 1 year already, they don't allow pay small. So we don't allow portion of the payment to be paid. If it is annual, we take it 1 year. I'm in the UK, want to apply for my PhD in New Zealand. Is it worth it? I think as a PhD student, you should know, but I know that it will worth anything you talk about. It depends on what you really after. If it is family wise, New Zealand is a very good place for family, and I've seen a couple of people from UK move to New Zealand. I've seen a lot of people move from UK to New Zealand, and again, it's also about what do you really want, because I think our passport is even higher than UK's. I don't know. No, I know. So our passport is higher than US, Canada. So as in terms of how many countries you can get into with our black passport. And again, another thing you want to ask is how long does it take you to get your passport out in New Zealand? Is New Zealand welcoming? All those kind of things, right? So it's not as if there is no racism here, right? But it's like little to none, right? But I know, in fact, within the blacks they are racist, within the white they are racist, everyone, But then, so based on that question, if you are in the UK and you want to apply for PhD in New Zealand, it will be worth the while. Except you want to apply for PhD in the UK, if it is. But I know a lot of people get PhD. In fact, one of the cheapest routes to come to New Zealand is through PhD. If it is the cheapest route to come to New Zealand through studies, is PhD. And the very good thing is, with PhD you can even get free, you can even get full scholarship if you are doing research PhD. Research PhD, what you are researching is, has positive impact on the economy. You can get free. You can get. So you can get full scholarship at that level. So I hope that question, how long to get permanent resident, how long to get permanent resident. Okay, so although anything I'm giving here, I'm not a licensed immigration advisor. This is based on my personal experience and opinion. So there might be some, but then something I've gone through. I'm just sharing my, real life experience here. Getting permanent residence in New Zealand is dependent on how you came into the country. So how you come into the country, some people it takes them longer years to get. Some people it's easy for them. So you might not be able to get. So if you are coming as a PhD student, if you are coming, guys, kindly support the live. Support the live. Nobody is supporting. Doesn't make sense. So support the live. If you are a gifter, gift. If you can just support with either power tapping. If you don't have a gift, which is understandable. If you are coming through studies route, if you are coming through studies route, yeah. If you are coming through studies route, it also depends on if you are doing studies around accredited and studies around green list. There are lists of things that are companies that are needed in New Zealand. If you are doing stuff around that, you are able to come in, like maybe probably somebody that is in, let me say, architecture. You are coming to do PhD in architectural design or something. Such a person, once the person, before the person even finish PhD, the person can get a resident. So before permanent resident, there is something we call resident. So if you are coming on a study, you cannot get permanent resident directly. You will go from resident first. So resident is almost equivalent to permanent resident in New Zealand. So because they don't give direct permanent resident, they give you resident. Resident is like the same thing as permanent resident, but with a travel condition. A travel condition that you will be on resident for 2 years before you can apply for permanent resident. If you apply for permanent resident and you get permanent resident, after permanent resident you'll be on permanent resident for like 3 years. So in total, normally your journey to getting a passport starts from residence. So if you get residence, it means 5 years. In approximately 5 years or more, if you don't have any challenge or issue, then you can get that. So can you mention the courses that are in high demand? Can you guys, let's support the live. The person that is asking me several questions here is not even a follower. So let's support the live. It's not supporting the live, it's not doing anything. Okay, so if you need the courses that are in demand, just go and check New Zealand immigration. Go and check New Zealand immigration platform and check what is called green list. So there are some that are called green list. So and those green lists can help you come in. So like if you are looking at Earth, so some of the people in thank you very much for the support. Some of the people in health care. So if you are in health care, you can come in. Yeah, you can come in. So healthcare, nurses, caregivers, support workers. Those are some people on there. And on green list also we have physiotherapists. We have like software engineers. All these are is a whole lot of lists that if you get to my profile, I have listed them there. You can go there and check out. Thank you very much, Ajabo. So you can get there. And another kind of people there are people that are in the trade. They are in the trades. industry or sector, like Tyler. I posted a video about that. Tyler, if you are a plumber, if you are electrician, carpenter, we call them builders in New Zealand. All these people, they are actually needed every time here in New Zealand, because they are always building, and building, right? And one other good thing is the fact that if there are some jobs that are not, some job are, they are hard to get job from overseas, if you need to come from overseas. And some of these jobs are maybe probably office assistant, government worker. Somebody that is government worker in Nigeria looking to relocate and say, I want to go through work, it might be a bit tough or difficult for that kind of person. And somebody that is in the banking sector, because bank have different accounting software systems they use, so it might not be the same, to except you want to come into school or study route. Let me get some of the questions that are being asked. Any possible scholarship, my brother, for masters? Master has scholarships, but master scholarship is always capped. Most of the ones that I've seen, it's not going to be like full. It might be 10,000 scholarship for a 40,000 course, so it will be 30,000 you will pay. 10,000 scholarship for a 30,000 course, it means 20,000 you will pay. So that is how they do this thing. And some of them, it is added by default. I know I was trying to go to UK, and they were like, because I'm a Nigerian or from Africa, there is a £5,000 scholarship automatically added to that particular tuition you pay. So they just remove it, and then so some of all those scholarships are by default. Why some you have to apply for them? So pretty much. So if I go, I was saying that there are some jobs that are very hard to get in New Zealand: banking, government jobs. If somebody is a tech person without exposure, international exposure, it might be a bit tough. And office roles like office assistant, it might be a bit tough, because you won't be able to have the idea of New Zealand experience. And so let's see what we have here again. Boss, I be professional carpenter. I dey Mota now. I won't move to NZ. Japa carpenter. You should be hot cake. Optimize your CV. Update your CV on seek.co.nz and continue to apply. Professional carpenter, you should have like technical certificate and all those things. If you are a builder in New Zealand, everywhere they are always looking for laborers and everything, and they earn more. So they earn more. So guys, let's support the live. Drop your question. I might be going off soon. Drop your question as soon as possible. What about job for forklift crane drivers? See, any job you can get, but does it mean that it's easy? No. Getting it doesn't come easy. So it's just for you to be consistent, and you have the certificate to back it up. I've seen somebody that said that I am a carpenter, but the person did not have certificate, technical certificate to some of all these people in Africa that just go learn the trade, and they are very sound. They know this carpentry, but then the problem is they are not just certificated. So it might be a bit of, except if somebody sees you and sees your job online, they see it online what you are doing, and then the company just reach out to you directly. Oh, we love what you're doing, can you come to New Zealand? Because I've seen some situation where some people do not even apply for jobs, they just saw their post, they've been seeing their post, and the company reach out to them. We love what you do, so are you interested in migrating? So it's always like that. They reach out to people like that on Seek or on LinkedIn, sorry. So, and Don is saying there are no full scholarships. Yeah, there are no full scholarships. You have to find, Don, you have to find if they are, but I've not seen anyone that is getting full scholarship for masters. But I've seen people get full scholarship for PhD. So, but for masters, I've not seen one. But partial scholarship, yeah, people for masters have gotten. So I've tried on Seek for support workers, but most companies don't support visa sponsorship. That is true. That is true. So most companies don't support, and that is true because I've done like a bit of analysis on companies that are accredited in New Zealand and companies that are not accredited. A company that is accredited will be the one that will be able to bring you in into New Zealand. If they are accredited, means that they have opportunity of bringing people from overseas. However, some of the companies are not accredited. So, and why do we say this? And companies that are not accredited are more than companies that are accredited in New Zealand. So it's just so crazy because accreditation means that the company must be financially capable to bring you in so that they are not scamming migrants, because New Zealand is very heavy on migrant exploitation. So if they are bringing you in, they must have the financial capacity to bring you in, because for you to come from overseas to New Zealand on work, you should earn a bit more or where. So a bit where, because you are coming to the system, you don't even know how it works, you want to pay rent, everything is expensive, and they don't want you to come here and be stranded. And that is why they play that responsibility on whoever is employing, to employ people that they know that, oh, this person have the skills and we are able to pay well for that skills. So that is why. So you will keep on applying. And I didn't put this out there. Even myself, getting job back in the days, it took me almost 1 year. So, and you can't be tired if that is what you want, except if you have money, then you can switch to studies. If not, don't give up. Don't give up, but just do the needful from your hand. And the needful from your hand will be to have optimized your CV, cover letter, do everything. Let it be standard a bit, because you won't be there to defend yourself. Your CV should be able to defend you, at least to some large extent. Because when you are applying, there are some applications that it is automatic. Recruiters will not even check. And this kind of application, they will ask you, do you need sponsorship to come to New Zealand? As soon as you said yes, you need sponsorship, because they do not have accreditation, which is like sponsorship, they will not even look at your profile, whether your CV is standardized, is optimized, is whatever. They won't look at it, because even if they look at it, they cannot bring you in. So why would they want to go through that stress? So they just filter it out. People that need accreditation, people that need sponsorship, we don't want. Now we need the people that, because we ourselves cannot bring people from overseas. So that is it. And you cannot even say no, you don't need, when you need, because you'll be doing yourself disservice. If you say no and they call you for interview, and later during the interview they discover that you are back in Africa or any other place apart from New Zealand, it's still going to be the same thing. So it's better to just say the truth. Yeah, I need sponsorship. I don't have right to work. Let them give you the right to work, sponsorship, if they are the kind of company that have that sponsorship. So this person is saying, please, can you give me site for job hunting portal? Can you give me job site for? Can you give me site for job hunting portal? You can use seek.co.nz. It is like the commercial major platform for getting jobs in New Zealand. So basically, so it's the major. Just try to check that out. So you go to seek.co.nz. However, if you are looking for New Zealand Australian one, it is seek.com.au for Australia. So let's see. Don is asking, PhD is good too. I can apply as well. Yeah, if you can apply for PhD, there are about 8 universities in New Zealand. Although some of them have branches in other region, but you should be fine. Just find a professor or a supervisor, write an intent letter to the supervisor, submit your proposal. It will be good if you have published a paper before. If you have not published before, it is also fine, because if you have not published a paper before, because publishing a paper will only help you if you are maybe probably looking for scholarship, because they will not start it to be competitive at that level. But if you have not published before, you can still send. You can still send. You can still send your application, but then it means that scholarship might not be one of the good things that you will get if someone that had published paper, have done a lot of things, have their papers, and they are also applying for scholarship. So scholarship is very competitive in New Zealand when it comes to master PhD, right? But you can get full scholarship. I've seen people, I know of people that have full scholarship. So just to put that out there, angel of God, good evening, good morning from here, good evening. Can an hairdresser and a nail tech find work in New Zealand? And good enough. Where are you? Streaming from Tara. Where are you streaming from? I have seen a Nigerian come to this platform and give a story. She got a job directly from Nigeria. There is a nail technician in Christchurch. He also came from Nigeria. So if the question is, can you get? The answer is a capital yes. How far you have gone with your social media handles, I don't know, but most of them, they have social media handles and they are posting content there. They use their social media well because the hairdresser was seen on social media, and then they reach out to her. Imagine, some people do not even have to apply. They reach out to you, but for you, just be visible on social media, post what you are doing, let people, maybe probably you are doing live, and while you are doing it and you are posting it on your social media handles, and it will be easier for your interview. Somebody can just look at, I already have, so I've seen what you have done, what you are able to do, because nobody want to bring in, although hairdressing is not part of the green list, but people can still come in through that. It's just that green lists are maybe probably some sort after jobs. But if somebody is looking at whatever you are doing, right? If somebody is looking at whatever you are doing, and then the person is pretty much saying, okay, no, this person is good, the person can actually bring you in. So your question, 1 minute. So your question, I think I've answered that question now. So I think I've answered that question, so that you can actually get a job directly. You can get a job. You can get a job directly from Nigeria with whatever you do. Just make sure that you are sound in it. You have certificates that is necessary, because to go overseas, you need something that is different from others. Not just the same way everybody, because everybody is doing it, so you have to do something differently. And again, hi, ultimate command. I am a software engineer with 8 years experience. I've tried applying jobs on Seek, but none yet. It's fine. Keep it up. Software engineers are on the green list. So if you even get a job directly today, if you get a job today from overseas, you can apply for resident. You can come in as a resident. So for you, it is sure 5 years for you to get a passport. Sure 5 years, you get your passport. No cap as a software developer. But for somebody that is coming as a student or visit, theirs is unknown. It's until they get resident before they start their journey, right? So basically, as someone that has 8 years of experience, the minimum years that is required in New Zealand today is 2 years of experience. And seeing that you have 8 years of experience, you are hot cake. But job doesn't come easy. It took me almost a year, like I said, to get a job. Although I wasn't aggressive about it, I was just applying. But at some point, I was so determined about leaving Nigeria but the mission, the goal, I told people here, the mission, the goal was, I just want to leave Nigeria for any other country. Then I kept on applying on Seek. So as a software developer, you can also use Seek because you have opportunity of directly sending in message to recruiters. So you can send in message to recruiters. So that's it. So, but keep it up. Don't give up. Relocation journey through work is not easy, but it can come. It just come. You can get almost 100 rejections, but then you only need one, acceptance. You only need one offer, just one. However, before you can get that one, you will have gotten a lot of rejection. And good enough, some people don't even have to apply so much. Maybe their first or second or third application, it is for them. So grace and everything, add up to Japa discussion. Prince is saying, please, what is the best month to travel to New Zealand? I have cruise visa to New Zealand. Prince, what citizenship do you have, and which country what citizenship do you have? As in, do you have like citizenship of maybe probably British? You are British, you are American? Because I have stopped talking about cruise ship visa. Cruise ship visa everywhere. Run away from cruise. That cruise visa, I don't want to say anything much, but then you might not be able to come into New Zealand with a cruise. And even cruise ship is very expensive. Very, very expensive. A lot of them will tell you go from Nigeria to Singapore to Panorama to Fiji to New Zealand. What kind of movement is that? So except if you have a cruise, normal genuine cruise, because you have a passport. You have a passport of maybe probably a German passport, all those. If you go to Immigration Island website, you can go and check that properly. I just hope that helps you. It depends on you. If you like a cold kind of period, you can come through in the cold period. If you want like a winter, summer, it depends. So it depends on you. Just check any time that there is cheap flight and be coming. So basically, and that is to Prince. Thank you. Good. Let's support the live. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prince. Thank you for the support. I spoke with an agent in New Zealand. I was told being in the country facilitate the job offer faster. I've had this one, severally. Being in the country facilitate the job faster, and they keep saying that. But then I hope it is not that you are coming into the country as well. If they have told you that, who am I to tell you otherwise? So I think seeing is believing. Come and try it out. If somebody has told you being in New Zealand facilitate the job faster, I think first thing you need to ask, or let's ask ourselves this question: why are you not getting a job from overseas? Ask yourself the question first. Why am I not getting a job from overseas? And I will tell you the reason. One of the reasons why you might not be able to get a job from overseas is because you do not have the legal right, the right to work. Right to work is somebody that is on work visa can move to another company on work visa, but somebody that doesn't have right to work in New Zealand is somebody that, for you to get a work visa, the company you are so dependent on the company to give you opportunity, the right to work. So that is it. So it is right to work that is the major issue. Now let's now assume you are in New Zealand as a visitor. Does your right to work change? Does your right to work change? Your right to work do not change. You are still not having right to work even when you are in New Zealand. I'll come again. That you are in New Zealand as a visitor and you are back in Africa or anywhere you are and applying for jobs. So it is still going to take like the stress, the strength, the effort that you would have used when you are back in wherever you are and when you are in New Zealand. In fact, when you are in New Zealand applying, you are under unnecessary pressure. Your brain will be drained, you will be stressed when you are, because already in New Zealand you have come and everything in your mind will be, I don't want to fail. Everything in your mind with, I must get a job within these 3 months visa that I have. And if it is not forthcoming, you are going to, I don't know, some people go into depression. It depresses them. In fact, it is depressing. They might look jovial everywhere outside, but inside it's depressing that, oh, I'm leaving, all the money I've spent, this and that, because there's no guarantee that you're going to get a job. But if you have another plan, like a plan B, to say, okay, if I didn't get a job, I have my money, and that money will be able to help me to further my studies. That is a good plan. But without plan, and you feel like, because status will not change. In fact, even I, for one, I still apply. If I apply for work today, they will still be asking me, do I have right to work? And somebody that is even having right to work, like a accredited employer work visa, the person cannot move to any other company that do not have accreditation. So the person needs another sponsored company to sponsor him or her. So, but it doesn't mean you cannot come on a VV. Come on VV, test run, test the waters. If things are not working out for you, good, go. But the percentage of people that are successful with VV transformation to work are few. Please, how long does it take to get an unconditional offer from a school in New Zealand? So it depends. Have you gotten conditional offer? If it is unconditional offer, it depends on the schools and it depends on you, how you are able to submit whatever that is required of you. So how long does it take to get an unconditional offer? There is no specific time. It depends on the school, administration, you submitting what is needed and necessary for you, and then before you can get that. Unnecessary pressure, you are right. Yes, it's just unnecessary pressure. But then if you tell people, they feel like you don't want them to come. So I've stopped saying people should not come now. I've changed. So it's 2026, things are changing. Please come and test the waters. So when you test the waters and see how it is, maybe probably then you can you can understand what we are saying, that yeah, you can come. It's not high jolly wet. So let's support the live, guys. Thank you very much. And I want to say that while we are streaming here, we're also streaming on YouTube, and then at BAMS NZ, you can go and watch the recordings there. Watch the recordings on BAMS NZ. Subscribe to the channel. I have some videos, lovely videos that you might get 1 or 2 from. I'll keep applying and praying. I'll keep in touch. Take care. Fantastic. That makes sense. Just do. So, and it's all good. It's all good. And what we are saying now, again, I've mentioned some jobs that might be difficult to come into New Zealand. So if your role is at that level, in fact, one good thing is that coming to New Zealand without a job plan is one of the biggest mistake about Japa. Will be the you don't have a job plan. No, how do I want to get a job? No, it's going to be crazy, because I've seen someone that came to New Zealand on a VV, and the person did not know about sick while coming into New Zealand. And I was wondering, how do you come down if you have not heard of sick? It doesn't make sense. So, and if somebody here is saying, can you talk about cost of living in New Zealand? Yeah. So on YouTube. So yeah, cost of living in New Zealand. Yeah, it's really, this is like range now, and it is realistic. So the reality is that rent is very high. Rent is very high in New Zealand, especially Auckland and Wellington. Maybe people that are going to Hamilton, Christchurch might find it a bit cool, but some places even in Hamilton and Christchurch might be expensive. So we can averagely say overall rent is high in New Zealand. And when it comes to food is manageably is manageable if you cook. If you are the type that cook, food is manageable at that level. Some people don't like to cook. They can even decide to drive to go get food, or this. When I came nearly, I'm always like that, going to drive or walk to eatery just to get food, right? So McDonald's, but I can't do that anymore. I've gotten family to feed. So transportation perspective also, transport is expensive here. If you don't if you don't plan it well, it's expensive to go on the transport, pretty much. And again, the minimum wage is minimum age help, because they cap minimum wage in New Zealand. However, not just that, we also have to know that why minimum wage help, there is something that is very key, and that is the fact that expenses eat the minimum wage very fast. The expenses here and there, so you can anywhere in New Zealand and still struggle if you do not budget. So budgeting is very key. Budgeting is very key in New Zealand. So all these are some of the costs of living that we have here. And if I ask the question, which city will you like to relocate to? Is it Auckland? Is it Christchurch? Is it Hamilton? Which city? Because when they asked me that question, I just said Auckland, because Auckland was the first thing that came on Google when I was doing my interview. I've not done any research, I just said Auckland. So put in the comment section, which city would you love to come to in New Zealand if you have the chance or opportunity to come to New Zealand? Which city? Let me see what they're saying on YouTube. Kindly support the live, guys. Support the live. Follow the host. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Support the live. Follow the host. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. Support the live. Follow the host. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You see it on the screen there. Support the live, follow the host, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Kunlet, hello. The code. Our visiting visa getting approval recently. I don't know. I don't know whether they are getting approval recently. I practically don't know, because I don't know anything about immigration visa, whatever. But then some people might not come out. But generally speaking, visiting visa is tough to get in New Zealand, and that is a given. It's tough to get. So it's tough to get visiting visa in New Zealand. So, and that is the truth. So basically, now let's now look at another perspective, and that perspective will be that, okay, what do we want to call immigration and visa? Some of the realities that you need to be aware about. Number one is that no agent should guarantee you 100% that you are going to get a visa. So no agent will guarantee you that you are going to get a work visa. And somebody is asking here that how true is the work visa and are they legit? How true is the work visa? Which work visa? I don't know. How true is the work visa? Work visa that you get from an agent, nobody can confirm if that is true. If you get it directly from Immigration New Zealand, definitely it's going to be legit. But you cannot get a work visa without getting a job offer. Again, you cannot get a work visa without getting a job offer. However, you can get a job offer and still be denied work visa. So if somebody is selling work visa, New Zealand work visa package for you, run away. But if you are doing interview, you do interview. In fact, just 3 days ago, somebody came to this platform. The person did Zoom interview with a white. We do not know, maybe the white is in New Zealand. I'm pretty much sure either the person is not in New Zealand. So is it that Africans have been able to sync up with another white guy? At least they saw white. But in the era of AI, anybody can turn white. Only God knows. Only God knows. And he did interview with white. One of the shouts we have here on this platform is that make sure you do interview. Go for medical. Go for give your police character. All these are, red flags. But now they are picking up red flag of white. Make sure you have interview. So the person had Zoom interview. It was after the Zoom interview with the white that the white guy, acclaimed white guy, which AI could turn somebody to white. Maybe it's AI white or something. The white guy then told this guy that, oh, go and pay $5,000 for accommodation. Somebody that has not gotten offer, that has not gotten visa, you are asking me to go and pay for accommodation. That is where the red flag really, broke. So you have to be very careful. So if you are asking how true is work visa and are they legit, the question I'll be asking you back is, what work visa? How true is work visa? If it is accredited employer work visa of New Zealand, I cannot tell you they are not legit, and I cannot say they are legit. At least I came in through one. So it is where you are getting it from that matters. If you are getting the job or something from somebody or one Mr. Agent somewhere, what is the best way to come to New Zealand? Some of all these questions are personal. Best way to come to New Zealand. If I ask you, I'm sure you'll be able to answer the question yourself. What is the best way for you? Because best way can be relative. Best way to come to New Zealand for me was work. So best way to come to New Zealand for me was work. So because I do not have money for studies. So if you have money for studies and you genuinely want to study, go and study. So basically, go and study. But best way for me will be work. So if you cannot do the work, then do studies. If you cannot do studies, then be patient enough for work. So the question will be back to you. What will be the best way for you? The gold. You got a job offer, and then you get admission, school admission. If they put the two at your home front, which one will you choose? Is it to come work directly in New Zealand and be earning, or come for studies? Some people will decide to choose studies. People that want to really go into study, they just want this knowledge. So if you are the type, good for you. Whatever your decision, you are very right. So there is no wrong answer there. It depends on what you are looking for. So pretty much. So because many people come as students or on work visas to New Zealand, and also immigration rules change often with time, although it's not frequent like UK own. And if it change here, most of the changes that I've seen are like positive changes. Like some back in the days when I came into New Zealand, work for you to get a work visa, New Zealand work visa, you must have at least 3 years of work experience. But now they reduce it to 2 years, at least 2 years of work experience. So meaning they give people that have 2 years the room to apply for that kind of visa. So, and no employer will want to give you offer if they know that you do not have enough experience. So you must know that. So pathways depends on skills. If you do not have any skills, studies should be your best route. You do not have any skills, you do not have any experience, which experience you want to put for work. So if you don't have that, just come and do studies and then start your life from there. So if anyone promises you to, I've seen people on this platform promise people permanent resident within 2 months that they get to New Zealand. It can never happen. It's all scam. And I see them. In fact, the person is a white lady scamming people everywhere. But then I've seen black people scamming people everywhere. So it's even not about the color. It's about, is this information legit? And the reason why they scam people is you yourself, you are not doing the needful. You are not making research, adequate research. So that is just the thing. So do the needful. Everybody want to pay 10 million, 12 million just to boycott the stress. IT support, is it a good job path for work visa? Yeah, if you are able to get IT support directly, if you have certificate to back that up, you are good to go. If you have certificate to back your IT support, because you'll be competing with a lot of people, right? Competing with people that also are IT support of your kind that are outside the country, comparing them also with IT support that are inside the country. So you should have things that maybe they do not have. Have some things that you do differently. If somebody asks you why should we hire you for this role compared to every other person, you should be able to state all those things yourself. You know, this is, I'm fair, in fact I'm the best at what I do, this and that. So IT support is a good one. At least they are on green list. So IT support is on green list. Can I come with visiting and switching to over to work visa? Money. Yes, you can. You can come on visiting and switch to work visa, but not switch as in switch like owning the light. Not like that. Not like owning the light. Is, can I come on a visitor visa and apply for jobs? If I get the job, then I can apply for another visa, which is going to be work. Because the way we talk switch makes it very easy. It's just like a boom, you have just gotten into your. It's not like that too. How do I even explain? I'm still looking today. I'm still looking for the best word to use. Can I come to New Zealand with visiting visa or tourist visa? I'm looking for another word for switch, because I've seen switch, I've seen convert. Is it substitute or what? What have I not seen? So switch, convert. What can be another word? I'm looking for synonyms that will make it make sense, because switching, convert. I actually converted my driver license to New Zealand driver license without doing anything. So what did I do? I just went there. They just say I was going to do maybe probably 35 questions or something. I just did the 35 question, and they gave me another driver license, and that driver license happened to be 10 years. That is conversion. Little things, no stress. Upgrade. Can I upgrade? Ah, thank you, Jerry. Rooted. It's like Rooted is an English teacher. Instead of using switch, can I upgrade? The upgrade can be fine because when you want to upgrade takes time now. It's not like switch. You just switch, pam, you don't finish. But upgrade, if there is system update, we are doing system upgrade. Upgrade can take the whole of this thing. Maybe your hand with upgrade, you can have some. You have to hold on a bit. Update. Somebody say update, upgrade, update. Updating, upgrading. Maybe upgrade can be can be fine. I don't know of an update too. Is can I update it? No, update is just going to stem and then it's going. But it's crazy because you will have to start applying for jobs, just like you are applying for jobs now, and you are not getting the job offer. That is the same way it's going to be. You are applying, you get unfortunate email first month, the second month. So when somebody is saying convert it just make it very easy to do, but it's a bit of a process. So that's just what I'm saying. I hope you people understand what I'm saying. Not that I want to demean anyone to say okay, you cannot convert it, but just that you know that it's not converting or switching like electrical stuff, but then it takes a process. But the truth is, yes, you can apply for jobs. If it's there. I always say if our switch is not working well, because switch we always do but then so okay, so that is it. You can actually come, and if you get a job, then you apply for another visa, and once you get the visa, in fact I've had a video on YouTube on this, coming to New Zealand as a visitor. Just check it out, check out that video, and then it will really help. So a lot of us don't want to engage in videos, you don't want to support whoever is making it. I took my time to go and be making videos based on what people have asked me, questions that people have asked me, and some people will still come into my inbox and be asking me the same question. In fact, I told someone, go to my YouTube, I have this video there, and the person is still asking me questions. I feel like, why do you want me to spoon feed you? Go there, check it out. If you are fine with it, good, then come back after you have watched those videos. So that is just the thing. So Babatunde, Tunde, what's good? So that is just the thing. So I'm trying to come over there. Yeah. You can come. Everybody is trying to go anywhere that help them. So just come if you need to come. And again, another thing that I think I need to say, thank you for all you do. Thank you very much. But today, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, and I have another thing here. Somebody here is saying, what are there things that you need someone need to know before coming to New Zealand? Yeah. There are some things that you need to know before you come to New Zealand. One of it is that loneliness is real in New Zealand. Guys, let's support the life. Loneliness, you will be lonely, and that is the truth. You'll be lonely. Loneliness is real though in New Zealand. So if you are the type that you don't like to be lonely, don't come. So, and then making friends in New Zealand, it takes time. It takes time. In fact, it takes time to make friends, because friends that you make can either make or mar you. So, and you have to be very careful about that. And you may have to start all over again. You're starting from ground zero. You're starting all over again. So you may have to start all over again, and you have to be aware about that. And again, one of the things that you need to know is that you have to respect rules. So because respecting rules is non-negotiable. You just have to respect the rule. There is no way you come and say, I'm sorry, I made mistake. Nobody will listen to that crap. So you have to respect rules here in New Zealand. Follow, follow due process. Everything. There are rules. There are laws. There are laws that you have to follow. So there are laws that you have to follow, which is one of the key things that made me like right. So, and having said that, again, you can say that racism exists in New Zealand. That's true, but then it's it's subtle. It's subtle. It's not obvious, and it's not as loud as some other places. So basically, so it's not loud. It's not loud. And let me see, what are the questions I have here. So if you are patient and focused in New Zealand will reward you. So New Zealand can reward patience and being focused. So not too much unnecessary competition. So basically, and the last time I knew, somebody asked me to say that and a minute. Ẹgbẹ́ orin sókè. All right, so that is how it's gonna be. Let me see if you have any question. Thank you for you do. You're welcome. Do we have any question there? Good evening, everyone. Madam Margaret, you are welcome. Hey, ta ló lè? Thank you for supporting the live. Okay, let me start bringing people up. If you want to come up, have discussion, send an invite. You can come up now. Okay, you can go ahead. Good evening. Go ahead.
How was your day going today?
Very well, thank you very much. And your day too.
Good.
All right. How can I be of help?
Do you have any updates? Do you have any updates about Australia?
No, I don't. I don't, unfortunately. So, are you planning of going to Australia?
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I can start applying for some job over there. Serious.
You don't even need update to go there. Just like the same one you have in New Zealand. Just like the same one you have in New Zealand. Just keep applying on seek.com.au and
C.com.au.
Seek.com.au is for Australia. So
Okay.
New Zealand own.
I want to put it down somewhere.
Huh?
I just want to write it down somewhere.
Yeah, seek.com.au for Australia.
Okay.
So with that, you are able to get. If you get an offer there, everything will be seamless. So you don't need to stress yourself.
Yeah.
What kind of job are you even looking for?
Caregiver.
Okay. Well, that's good. Caregiving role.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's good. Oh.
C.com.au.
Seek.com.au. Yeah.
Oh, Seek. Is it sick?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you just get, if you get there, you just apply for your jobs there.
Yeah, I know.
So with seek.com.au, you should be fine. Somebody is asking, but I don't know, maybe it's good for family. Yeah, New Zealand is very good for family. So in fact, one of the key features why New Zealand is the most talked about today is that, you know, if you are looking for where you can raise your family, if you are looking for where you can have like a good tranquility about family, New Zealand should be your go-to place, right? So New Zealand it is, and it is even for family purposes for me. So because it's just a good place to raise family, and if you want stability as well, New Zealand will be a very good place for you. So it's a good place to to learn and adapt.
Okay.
But New Zealand is not good for
Sure.
people that want quick money, people that have quick money mindset. New Zealand is not a good place. Yeah, because some people that's what they want. They just want quick money, quick, quick, quick. Let us make this money quickly like that. So
Mm.
because that's what some people want. So and New Zealand will never be a place for people like that. So it means that they have to look for where they can function well.
Yeah.
So if you have any question also you can drop it. Let me see if there are any questions.
There is no more question.
Okay. Let me check YouTube for questions. Okay. Yeah. So somebody is asking here that what are the okay, can you mention who New Zealand is not ideal for? Well, I think I've mentioned that one. New Zealand is not ideal for people that have a quick money mindset. It's not ideal for people that want that have fake luxury expectations. They have fake luxury expectations. New Zealand is not ideal for them, and then people that are not true to themselves. New Zealand is not ideal for them. People who hate rules. If you cannot follow rules, they will give you fine. So pretty much,
Okay.
yeah, they'll give you fine. So that is just the thing. Guys, let's support the live. Let's support the live.
There is no more.